If you're a Star Wars fan, there are some details on this sneaker that are going to leave you absolutely drooling. And if you're an ADIDAS Ultra Boost fan, finally, the ADIDAS Ultra Boost 19 has gotten it right. And they've given us a sneaker that is true to form in the line, and it lives up to the rest of the Ultra Boost line. So whether it's Star Wars or ADIDAS that you're looking for today, definitely this is the place for you to be. So stick around as we take a look at the ADIDAS Ultra Boost 19 Millennium Falcon Han Solo. This is the Tokyo Bara 23 Sneaker Channel. Tokyo Bara 23 Sneaker Channel です。毎日アップするので、毎日見てください。Every single day, like every day I'm doing daily drops, and that really hit me recently after a year of doing this every single day. It's crazy that I do this every single day, but I keep doing it and I love doing it. So I hope you guys appreciate that. But every single day I'm bringing you drops from Tokyo, Japan about upcoming sneaker releases, sneaker news and sneaker reviews, and a little bit of information about the butter movement. Now, I don't waste time on this. There's a game that we play, and if you want to know more about the game, there's a link down below in the description, and I'll put a link ping right up there, and that game is to do with guessing a shoe that's going to drop on Sunday, and I give a hint in every single video. And the hint about this video is Yeezy. So if you're playing the game, the hint for this video is Yeezy. Butter movement stuff will come at the end of the video, and we'll talk about what's going on with the butter movement there, but we'll stick with the sneakers front and center as we take a closer look at these ADIDAS Ultra Boost 19 Millennium Falcon Han Solo, which is coming out just in time for the Star Wars Episode 9, I think it is, The Rise of Skywalker. Now, there have been other Star Wars inspired ADIDAS sneakers over the last couple of months to do with the upcoming release of The Rise of Skywalker. There was the Ultra Boost 4.0 X-Wings, which I reviewed for the channel. I was very impressed by. And also I'll put a link, there's another one, bing, up there for the Ultra Boost 4.0 X-Wings. And there was another sneaker that dropped recently. So the X-Wings kind of dropped a while ago. I would say maybe as much as 6 weeks ago. But then more recently was the ADIDAS Pro Next. I think it was called the Pro Next, and it was Sith versus Jedi, and I wasn't so impressed with that iteration of a Star Wars and ADIDAS sneaker. But again, bing, I'll put that link right up there, and if you're interested in that shoe, go ahead and take a look. But today what we're interested in is the Ultra Boost 19 Millennium Falcon Han Solo. We're going to take a look at that just as soon as I've done what every single YouTuber does at the start of their video and say, subscribe to the channel, please. It helps tremendously if you subscribe, and it also helps if you hit that like button. Last week I remembered, you know what, I should say hit that like button more often and see what happens, because the likes have been going down, and you know what, whoosh, they went right up. So if you could hit that like button for me down below, it would be tremendously helpful. And as I am here in Tokyo, Japan, I do say at the start of my videos in Japanese, Toroku yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Toroku mo tasukaru node, Toroku zehi onegai shimasu ga, iine o click suru to tasukaru node, iine mo click suru to kando shimasu node, zehi iine mo 登録もクリックする、何する Okay, without further ado, let's get into the sneaker and have a look at the Ultra Boost 19 Millennium Falcon. Like I said at the top of this video, finally they've come out with a colorway in the Ultra Boost 19 that I can get behind. The one single thing about the Ultra Boost 19 that I've always disliked is that cage on the side, and finally they've got it right for this particular pair of sneakers. And we'll zoom in on that very quickly right now and look at that cage. And one of the main details about it is that it is a single color in the middle, but it actually has a kind of darker color around the outside that gives it a frame. It's the first time I've noticed or seen that on an Ultra Boost 19, and it actually gives it some definition that I think makes it a much better cage than any other I've seen before, including the DB 99s, the David Beckham 99s, which are behind me here, which I reviewed for the channel recently, and they had a leather cage on the side of them, which was quite a unique development for the cage. But that cage has been roundly panned, and for me it's the only negative on the Ultra Boost 19s is the cage on the side. I love the prime knit, I love the heel cup or heel counter on there, the full length midsole boost on there as well. Everything about it I love, except for that cage on the side. So finally it's great that they've come out with a sneaker that does justice to the Ultra Boost line, because the Ultra Boost line and the Ultra Boost silhouette has been kind of iconic for the last 5 or 6 years. But it's a shame because here we are at the end of 2019 and they've already started dropping hints about the UltraBoost 2020 and they changed the cage on it. So finally they've got the sneaker right at the end of the year. But that's not to say that I'm not grateful. I'm grateful that they've got that sneaker right. I'm grateful to be able to bring you a look at that UltraBoost 19 Millennium Falcon hand. So I said at the top of the video there's some details on this sneaker that's going to get those Star Wars guys out there blood pumping, and they're going to love this guy, and I will take you through those points. Right now we're going to go top to bottom when we look at the sneaker. Now the first place we're going to go is the highest place on there in the tongue. One of my favorite features, and I say it over and over again on my channel, is when a sneaker has different details on the left and the right sneakers, because to me that means that the company has made the effort to make the sneaker and think about the sneaker. They're not just churning it out to grab money off the consumer. So in the case of these guys here, you've got those different tongue detailings. Now I've left up behind me here, I'm sure, the ADIDAS Star Wars detailing because it's the other tongue that I'm really impressed by, and bang, have a look at that. That is incredible. It's going to get those Star Wars guys out there blood pumping, and a sort of line drawing silhouette of the Millennium Falcon is what's there. An incredible place to start on the sneaker and a really great addition. And like I said, with it being alternating on the two tongues, I actually appreciate that because it makes me think that they've taken the time to build a sneaker that we want rather than just trying to grab our money. And then close by to that, one of the sort of unrecognized features of the sneaker perhaps that is less sort of looked at because the other features are so prominent is the lining. And there's a sort of maroon colored lining up there just below the top line on the inside of the sneaker, which you can probably see behind me right now. And that maroon colored lining just being a different color from the outside of the sneaker, and it doesn't really have anything to do, in my opinion, with the Millennium Falcon or with Star Wars, but it adds that pop of color that just brings a bit of balance to the sneaker. So I appreciate that they chose that color of the lining. But then when you go down inside, you can see on the insole again you've got those alternating insoles between left and right. Again, it's something that I appreciate in the sneaker, so I'm glad to see that they've taken the time to give us two different insoles, which again, surely behind me here you guys can have a look at right now. Now, if we're continuing on down, straight down, we went inside, but if we go to the outside, the main feature of the sneaker, in my opinion, is that midsole boost unit. Now, one thing that we like to see, I personally like to see, I don't know about you, but I'm going to say we like to see on a boost sneaker is a coloured midsole. And you can see that the midsole on this is coloured in a dark grey colour, which matches the rest of the colourway very, very well. But also on there, as with those X-Wing UltraBoost 4.0s, you can see that they've gone with a bit of detailing on the midsole, which is a reflection of the Millennium Falcon on there. And it's that detailing on there that I think will get the Star Wars guys really looking at these and appreciating them and buying them in mass. But if we go around to the other side, it's hard to see because I can't find a good shot that gives you an angle on this, but the picture behind me here, you'll see just from a sort of slight angle coming in there that the medial side doesn't have any detailing on it. It's just on the lateral side or the outer side of the sneaker, the world-facing side of the sneaker, that has the detailing about the Millennium Falcon on there. But the inner side, the medial side, does not have detailing on the midsole. I'm not too fussed about that. I don't mind that, to be honest. I think it's, again, I like that they haven't gone for a sort of symmetrical effect. I like that they've gone, you know, for one thing on one side of the sneaker and a different thing on the other. So I kind of appreciate that, if you ask me. So we've gone kind of top to bottom on the sneaker, now back to front. We'll stay at the back where you can see that heel counter there, the traditional classic expected UltraBoost 19 heel cup. It was different on the 1.0 through 4.0 iterations of the UltraBoost, but here on the UltraBoost 19, that piping effect is there, and I totally dig the color of that and how it matches the tongue detailing above and brings, again, a bit of balance to the colorway. Coming forward, we get to that cage. We'll just skip past that because there's no reason to talk about it, because I already have. But then we get to the very front of the sneaker where the prime knit is, and I've talked at length in a lot of videos that I've done. For example, the Woodwood video, I can't remember, bing, there's a link to that as well. The Woodwood video I did recently about the UltraBoost 19 Woodwood and how the prime knit on the front of these sneakers is something I appreciate a lot, and I'm kind of disappointed to see that it's disappeared from the UltraBoost 20 next year's iteration of this particular silhouette, because I thought they'd got the prime knit very right, and then next year's UltraBoost 2020s, excuse me, I think they've had a little downward turn as far as the prime is concerned. So, but on these guys, again, I totally dig the prime knit. I really like the interwovenness of the colors in the prime knit, and especially that line that goes across the toe box from left to right and adds another little pop of color in there. It's not too in your face, but it does add a little extra layer, which gives this sneaker in total a bit of texture to it. And then if we sort of complete our circle, we went down from the tongue and the top line through the heel counter and along the front of the sneaker to the prime. If we come all the way back to the very front of the sneaker, on the bottom of the lacing system there, you can see there's a lace stay there that has an insignia on it, and it's the insignia of the Rebellion. On the I think it was on the Nike Next Pro Nexts, Sith Jedi ones, that you had the Sith logo on the tongue of one, and you had the Jedi logo on the other. But in the case of these guys, it's the Rebellion logo that we can see on that lace stay right down there at the bottom of the lace system. So it's another one of those great details, which surely again behind me here you'll be able to see in great detail. It's another one of those little pieces of branding, little pop of design that they've put in here from the Star Wars world. I think will get the Star Wars guys really chasing after these ones. And I've chosen very carefully which Star Wars sneakers to bring to the channel, and I've only brought 3. There have been many more Star Wars sneakers out there over this last ADIDAS sneakers, especially over the last couple of months, and some of them I just haven't been attracted to or didn't think were worth making a video about. But these guys, because of the detailing, the Star Wars style, like I said at the start of the video, but also because they finally got the Ultra Boost 19 silhouette and colorway right as we kind of move on in towards December of 2019, but at least they finally got it right. This would be a sneaker that I actually would go out and buy. I would probably even go out and buy it even if it didn't have the Star Wars. If it just went with this colorway and you took away the Millennium Falcon and Star Wars detailing on it, it's still a cool colorway. Unfortunately, I'm not a particularly rich man, so I won't be going out and buying these guys. But someday, you know, the money will start to roll in, and I'll have a turnaround of fortunes, and that'll be I'll get sneakers in hand more often when that happens. Okay, enough about the sneaker. Thank you very much if that's what you were here to do and to check out today. If you're not here for that and you were a Butter Movement guy and you've just watched my content because you're helping support the channel, thank you very much. Butter Movement is going strong. I hope you enjoyed last week's video from Shoe Butter, and we played that game for the first time where Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I dropped a hint about the sneaker. I can't remember what the hints were. I think it was something like 2009 flight. What was it now? It was Foam Posit Light, Green, Nate Robinson, and one more. Gosh, I wonder what it was. One more clue. And a few people got it right out there and worked out that it was the sneakers that Nate Robinson wore at the dunk contest in 2009 when he dunked over Superman to win the dunk contest as Kryptonite against Superman. And a couple of guys got it right out there. It was Daddy2B, who was the first guy to drop me a comment on YouTube to say, I think it was on video 3, so after 3, or was it video 2? It might have been video 2. It didn't take him very long to work out the hints and work out what sneaker it would be. And then also we had Total, as Toot All for Basketball 4, I think it was, on Instagram. So those two guys were the first guys to drop a comment and let me know which sneaker it was that we were looking for, and they got that sneaker right. And then this week we're off again. Today was day 1 of the videos about with those hints in them, and the hint today was Yeezy. And actually it should be Yeezy with a question mark, like Yeezy? Maybe that gives you a little bit more of a chance of working out which sneaker Shoe Butter is going to bring us on Sunday. So so without further ado, that's me done for today. Thank you, Butter Movement guys. Thank you anybody who's watching my content and helping grow the channel. I truly appreciate it, especially watch time right now. Watch time's something that's trucking along nicely at the moment. So thank you for that. Thank you for that like down below, and don't forget to do that sometimes. If I don't say it, you don't think it. So I should say it, and then you should think it, and hit that like down below. For now, it's time to check off. I will be back again tomorrow, as I am every single day, and also I might drop some other videos throughout the week. This might be a week with more than just daily content in it, because there's just a heck of a lot of really great sneakers coming down the line. So we'll see how much content I drop, but for now it's time to thank you guys for checking out my content, and let you know, as I do at the end of every single one of my videos, that I do this every single day, and that means you're guaranteed to see me tomorrow.